Where do I even start today? I like to use the analogy that our global economy is like a giant game of Kerplunk and we're constantly pulling sticks. Let me show you the sticks we're gonna pull. I'm gonna talk about a problem with EVs. I'm gonna talk about a problem with AI. I'm gonna talk about World War III. But first up, Financial Market Survey says Bank of Canada's next interest rate move will be a hike. These people think that at the next rate announcement, we're going to hold, which is totally possible, but we're going to hold until the third quarter of next year and then increase the rates. Canada faces recession risk over the next 6 months, most financial leaders say. I wonder if these financial leaders are the same people that answered that survey. Yeah, we're going to increase the rates at a time of global disaster. Sure we are. First up, the World War III update. You will recall that the USS Gerald R. Ford was off the coast of North Africa a few weeks ago. And I was wondering because it hadn't really moved. Oh, they just couldn't track it. It's now off the coast of Venezuela. At the same time, UK suspends some intelligence sharing with US over boat strike concerns in major break. Yeah, the UK is worried about war crimes. They don't want to be involved in war crimes. It looks like the United States is going to ramp up war crimes. Now, I want to point out a worrying parallel that I see. Back in World War II, the Germans had this strength through joy system. That's where the Volkswagen Beetle came from. Regular Germans invested in a system, and they got these little stickers. And when they got enough stickers, they could get a car or a vacation, that kind of stuff. German government raised a lot of money doing that. They used that money to fund World War II. The United States is raising a lot of money with these tariffs. And they've told people they're going to give them a $2,000 dividend check. They didn't say when. That money might go somewhere else. Just saying. Speaking of money, there's a problem with EV factories. There's too many. Right now in North America, there's 1.9 times capacity to demand. In Europe, it's 2.2 times. In China, it's 5.6 times. Why is this happening? Because cars are expensive, especially electric cars, and people don't have any money. Can't squeeze blood from a stone. The regular auto industry is suffering. Then you throw in the extra cost of EVs, the possibility you have to install some type of EV charging system in your home. There's, of course, the range anxiety, etc., etc., etc. They're not selling. Look, I think some of them are super cool. I keep telling you, I love that Volkswagen van. I would totally buy that at half the price. On top of that, China's EV market is imploding. Chinese automakers, desperate to meet their sales targets in a bitterly competitive market, sell cars to dealerships which register them as sold even though no actual customer has bought them. Then they try and sell them again as used cars at a heavy discount. They need these sales targets to get the investment, to get like assistance from the government, etc., etc., etc. So it's bullshit. It's another reason why China wants to get rid of these tariffs. They got a whole bunch of cars to unload. Cheap. Speaking of bullshit sales to generate interest, Big Short investor Michael Burry accuses AI hyperscalers of artificially boosting earnings. Interesting. He said that hyperscalers, the major cloud and AI infrastructure providers, are understating depreciation expenses by estimating that chips will have a longer life cycle than is realistic. But wait, there's more. OpenAI will lose $74 billion the same year that Anthropic breaks even. Because OpenAI has committed $1.4 trillion to building out its data center infrastructure in the next 8 years. It's projected to lose $78 billion in 2028, and Anthropic is going to break even. But the important part is this, the $1.4 trillion. Where's that money going to come from? Because it ain't coming from customers. JP Morgan calls out AI spend, says $650 billion in annual revenue required to deliver mere 10% return on AI build-out. That's the equivalent of an extra $35 payment for every iPhone user or an extra $180 from every Netflix subscriber. In perpetuity. This is all speculation money, and it's loans upon loans, right? Like, you've got your stocks, you take out a loan, you make this investment, people are like, oh, super cool. The price of the stock goes up, they take out more loans. This stuff is all built with loans, and the bullshit is piling up. Let me wrap it up with this. You know what's going on with this guy, right? King Charles is insulating the royal family from the Andrew formerly known as Prince. In my opinion, the clock is ticking on these things, and it will eventually come to light, and they're prepping for it now. The royal family is acknowledging what the public knows already, but I think they know more, and they're insulating themselves. And when this stuff comes out, a whole bunch of sticks are going to be pulled from that giant game of Kerplunk. Kerplunk? Kerplunk? And then there's this giant Kerplunk. Rates are going to go up, eh?